Dixon exiting, no problem. Alexander Rossi goes, but now Dixon has 10 laps to catch him, just like Will Power did.
10 laps to catch, but a lot of cars in between. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, and here comes Pagenaud at speed, so he's got to hold off Pagenaud. This could be turn into a nightmare situation for Dixon if Rossi gets the run on him here and gets points.
Well, the Will Power is in charge unless somehow Zach Veach can get to the finish.
Not the way Zach Veach was driving earlier. That's your answer right there. He has to come in for fuel. He's coming back out. So you've got Kanaan 2 laps down. You've got Marco 2 laps down. Scott Dixon needs those guys to move out of the way to give him a shot at Rossi at the finish.
He's got now a couple of cars he's gotten by. He's got to get by Hinchcliffe. Veach is in the pits. Will Power is back in control. Can Rossi hold off Dixon? 8 laps to go.
Such a disciplined drive from Alexander Rossi to save the fuel, but I'm sure he's frustrated to see Will Power right there for the race win and not really being able to do much about it.
So that battle is for second between Rossi and Dixon with implications on the championship. But this is Will Power's race as he works his way through traffic. Barring a mistake, there's not a scenario where it gets out of his hands. Rossi is trying to make it on one less stop, but Power is already in front and has no fuel concerns.
But maybe Rossi's saved just enough fuel to be able to turn it up in the last 2 laps. We'll hear maybe from Rob Edwards, coaching Rossi on how good of a job. Maybe he's done too good of a job and he's got money in the bank to burn here now.
Well, he goes by Ray Hall, who's been off the pace for quite a while, so now he's got a nice buffer to Dixon. I think this is a case scenario where he's going to ride it home and not worry about Power. See all the cars in between him and Rossi. Six laps to go, a lot of cars. He whistles by Andretti.
Look at that, Alexander Rossi still has a shot here, 1.9 seconds, 5 laps to go. We'll be watching that gap and the gap, which is another 2.1 seconds back to Dixon.
His only chance is if Will Power really gets caught up in traffic.
488 or better, P2, 4 laps to go.
And there is traffic in front of Will Power as Scott Dixon moves past Matthias Lace.
Tell you what, Dixon is now closing fast. He's only got 1 car with Ray Hall in front of him, and Ray Hall's off the pace. He might catch Rossi.
Really strong, impressive runs tonight. Zach Veach running in 5th, Spencer Pigot in 6th, Ed Jones in 8th, Takuma Sato 9th right now.
Big run by Dixon. He's going to go right by Graham Rahal in the next car in line as Rossi with 3 to go. He's chasing him down, Townsend.
And I wonder, is Rossi still having to save, or does he have a shot to catch up to Will Power, who's now caught lap traffic?
He's going to catch him on the last lap at the last corner. Does he have enough to turn it up for a corner as Will Power goes by Sato? 2 to go.
At the moment, Dixon's championship lead would be 26 on Alexander Rossi, so this is a big position right here.
When do you turn him loose, Jan? When do you turn him loose?
I'm standing here trying to overhear the radio. There's a lot of conversation here on Alexander Rossi's stance. Of course, I don't want to interrupt that conversation, but they know that they may have to turn him loose to some degree, but run the risk of not making the line.
Huge move for Rossi to get by Sato. Rossi now should have clean air.
He's going to catch him at the last corner. If he can get by Sato, he might have a run to the line, but I don't think he's going to get it.
1 lap to go as Dixon tries to track down Rossi to pick up championship points and finish second. Will Power trying to keep his championship hopes alive. A splash of fuel is plenty for him. Will Power wins for the 3rd time in 2018 and keeps his championship hopes alive.
Good job, guys.
And Rossi hangs on for second in front of Scott Dixon. Big championship implications there, and we saw 2 different strategies to some degree work out. Rossi and Dixon opposites. Pagenaud gets a top 5 and 4th, and what a run for Zach Veach.
You can almost hear the Rossi interview now, like, gosh, Dixon never has a bad day. That's what he's been saying. Well, he keeps trying to make the gap as Roger Penske gets another IndyCar win.
3 points is 3 points. He's clawed it down to 26, so you got to take what you can get.
35th career win for Will Power moves him into a tie for 7th on the all-time list with the legendary Bobby Unser. And it's Roger Penske's 4th consecutive win here at this track, going back